We stone.
We stone.
We streaming.
We streaming.
We stone.
We stone.
We streaming.
We streaming.
Can't do this motherfucker. Like yeah.
Yeah.
All my niggas in the chat and we also high.
Yeah.
Stone. Stone. Stream. 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 Stone. Stone. Stream. Stone. 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 Stream. Stream. Stone.
All my niggas in the chat they looking like high.
Yeah.
All my niggas gon' get that shit and roll.
Yeah. We stone. We stone. We streaming and streaming. We stone.
We stone.
And streaming.
Yeah.
Getting to the money, gotta get into the bag like yeah.
Yeah.
Roll up, plenty motherfuckers breathing like yeah.
Yeah.
All my niggas in the chat, they hot as fuck.
Yeah.
Getting to the bag, getting to the bag like
Yeah.
all my niggas we don't do dreaming. All my niggas we getting to the cheese and all my niggas we gon' ain't gon' stop going to stop breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. We streaming, we stone, and streaming, we stone, and streaming, we stone, and streaming.
What it motherfucking doobie? It's your boy Righteous Hay playing. Sorry about that.
Oh my, that was quite interesting, sir.
Hey, look, man. After you, I don't know if you ever seen that. I watched this short from like WWE back in the day. And this nigga Rock was going off on NWO. That shit was so funny. That nigga was going off on that nigga Diesel. That nigga. But anyway, what's going on, homie?
You said The Rock was going up on NWO?
Yeah, because NWO at one point when WCW folded, they ended up going over to WWF.
Okay.
It's pretty dope. But anyway, man, what you up to today, homie?
Relaxing, man. Trying to get ready to enjoy this holiday. You know?
Nice, man. So what you smoking on today, man?
CC actually.
CC, do you love me?
That's kind of what it's looking like. Well, actually, they all kind of look like that. The talented Eagle's Claw.
How that shit smoking, man? Give us a review, man. Tell us about the CC, man.
We're gonna see it in real time. Nah, it tastes a lot like sherbet. But you know I ain't descriptive with shit. But I'm gonna let y'all know what I taste when I hit it. Hey, the NWO. They had some fire ass theme music, the black and white. Fire ass.
Hell yeah. This nigga said he hated NWO, man. NWO was the shit, nigga. For the race, Ramon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, that was that shit right there, nigga.
I just liked the theme music. I didn't like them niggas. I'm with Pill. I didn't like them niggas like that. And if I did, it would have been the black and red, not the black and white.
Yeah, man, I felt like that shit was crazy, man. Cause I remember being in school when that shit was going on, nigga. This is like back right when wrestling was like phasing out, at least for my generation being cool, or at least for me, you know what I'm saying? Cause nigga, shit, I remember me, my cousins, everybody, man, we used to be on there wrestling for sure. You know what I'm saying? Shit was dope, man. Back in the day, NWO, but you know, nigga grew out of that and grew into weed. From one W to the next, wrestling to weed. And here we are.
Wow. Hollywood. That shit was hard. Hulk Hogan always had dope ass intro music though.
I'm a real American.
Fight for your right. Fight for your right.
Nigga, that was maybe the only nigga whose shit might have been harder than that.
Hurts inside.
Might have been like Shawn Michaels or some shit. That shit was hard.
That nigga say, when you hurt my friends, you hurt my pride. Oh man. Let's see. I only pressed a couple things so far, but what seems to press the best would be right. I pressed 3 things. The Donut Wasted number 1 probably pressed the best so far. I'm gonna go do get some dries. Damn, I can't do it tomorrow because it's a holiday. They might be open though, maybe. But if not, I'm gonna do it Tuesday and press.
Man, that would be great for the live stream, man. Tell niggas how to dry set, man.
That shit is work, nigga. I don't be having a camp, man. Set the
Man,
camera.
you got a tripod, man. It'll be all right. You could do it.
What else been going on with you though, bro? Oh, I am in week.
You was telling us what you pressed, man. What did you press, man? You stopped, like right in the middle of it.
Oh, cause I'm high. Donut Wasted. Arnold Drummond number 3. What was the number 4? Can't remember. One of them, and then I pressed some of the trim that I had, which the only way to go. That shit actually did press well, that trim. It actually pressed pretty damn good. Damn, I ain't got nothing. Oh, yeah, I like these glass tips too. They're kind of cool. I ordered about 20 or 30 of them. They fairly cheap. Did you get a chance to catch man, Creative did a nice show the other day. Shout out to Creative. But they was able to hammer down Chad Westport and actually got him locked down for an interview. The shit was nice on that level because I felt like it's a pretty big guy to obtain on the show. You know what I'm saying? Whether you like him or not.
I don't even know who that is. Not even trying to be funny, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure it was a dope show though, because you know, Creative be having some good content over there. So, but as far as Chad Westport, no disrespect to you, I just don't know who you are.
Yeah, I know. It's all good. It ain't that big of a deal. Like if you, at this point, man, if it wasn't for this show, nigga, you probably would barely be. The show, spray, you probably would barely be even doing anything a week for real. So, and that's now. So, even before you wasn't the type of nigga that got off into stuff like that anyway. Usually. But it was a good interview.
Man, shout out to Piff, man. Piff locked and loaded. He says he locked and loaded, don't fuck around.
Well, guess what? If you want to show his shit, I'll post the link and he can show his shit.
Yeah, man. For sure, man. Hopefully we can carve out some time to get if you willing to come up, you know. But yeah, man, you looking good over there, Piff. Saw your video last night that you sent.
Oh, what's that? He locked and loaded. Little meatier of a joint than I wanted it to be, but we'll be all right here in a second. I'm in week. Hey, yo, I didn't get to go live last Tuesday neither because I had a double emergency. I thought I came back and set the shit to go live and then had to leave again. So that shit was just saying it's showtime when I came back. But yeah, I'm in the beginning of week 6, I think, in one tent, and maybe going into the beginning of week 2 in the other tent. Here we go. Maybe in beginning of week 2 in the other tent. I cut a bunch of fucking clones. I actually potted up all the clones. I popped a couple seeds, but as y'all know, because I killed shit, you know, some of them didn't make it. But for the most part, everything been running smooth. Now that I'm done with all this trimming, which ain't even a lot. You know what I'm saying? Anything under 2 pounds ain't even trim gel. That shit is trimmed to tension. So
it really just depends. Honestly, it depends on your bud structure and your bud size. You fuck around and have a whole bunch of larvae or even just C's and B's. That should take a lot longer to trim than A's. You get that nice big A bud. And, you know, it also depends on how leafy the shit is, too.
I'm probably going to do a dab, too. But
yeah, I'm about to myself. I damn sure it myself, man. I need it, man. I got some of this.
Some of the shit I pressed right there.
Ooh, nice and golden. Like Han.
Hans. You can call me Hans. No, that's Pons.
Yeah, it's a little hard to see with this one I'm dabbing on right here. This is that Bahama Mama.
Okay.
At low temps, like on the blue where you like it, oh man. Taster's choice.
That's about the size I usually. Ain't too big. It's smaller, in fact.
Man, how you liking the pressure you got over there, man?
You know what? I would say for what I'm trying to do, 7 tons would be enough. I haven't used a 10 ton, so I wouldn't be able to tell you the difference, but I can definitely tell you it is a way better experience than that clamshell baby Dually Tech that I was using. Don't get me wrong. I thank the Dually Tech for letting me know that, hey man, you might want to actually spend a little bit of money, right? Because you do like dabbing. But it helped me to understand how to press shit, what to press. You know, I was getting like a horrible, boy, when I say horrible return on that Dually Tech, right? Horrible. So I wasn't pressing nothing but trim, right? Because I was getting such a bad return. This shit is different. I actually would press actual real flour because this is a real press, and I see the difference, man, in being able to crank that shit and just having to just lock that shit down one time, and I already knew it would be like that. So I'll probably get, you know, I didn't weigh anything, but just for me dabbing and knowing, I probably, and this might be a bad return too, but at least it's, again, something. I probably get like 1.5 grams out of 7 grams or so. Which again, if I press 7 grams before, man, look here. I might get to dab that day. You know what I'm saying? But I would never press any real flour before. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think you got a bigger Dually Tech than I had. I got the starter, they starter version, nigga. The little bitty clamshell version, it ain't even no ratchet. So again, I've been liking it. I'ma press this sift and see how it is, because you know, as you know, I had to press everything pretty hot with that fucking Dually Tech. You know what I'm saying? So the hash rosin was coming out a lot darker than I'd like it. And that's probably because the temperature was up higher, because I couldn't apply an appropriate amount of pressure in order to get out what I needed out, more than likely. Pip, I don't know where everybody at. I probably fucked everybody up last Tuesday when I didn't go live. You know what I'm saying? They probably was like, because I think people might be confusing the shows. Like this show would never, this show is going to definitely be here at the same time every Sunday. I'm like, I'll never cancel this unless like somebody dying or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But the Tuesday shit, that's just a garden update, right? And the last 2 Tuesdays, shit came up. The Tuesday before last, I had to work. Last Tuesday, this past Tuesday, I had a couple things I had to do for family members, you know what I'm saying, that actually couldn't wait. So I think I fucked up a lot of people with that personally, because it ain't nobody here. And then, too, also, Pip, you got to understand, man, the holiday tomorrow, man, and I don't know about you, but black folks where I'm from, hey, man, they like to do their celebrating on Sunday so they can relax on Monday.
Hey, look, man, that's true. But here's another thing too, right? And I don't know if people do or if they don't. So, hey, man, you could take those clips that I be making, just like in general, the chat, man, share that shit to your timeline. The show on right now, share that shit to the people on your timeline. Because the show will never grow. It'll always be very small if we don't invite others into this particular venue. You know, and I'm not saying that people don't do that now, but hey, man, take a little short clip.
I don't even do that. I'm gonna work better at doing that. Like, I'm definitely gonna I'm not good at multitasking when shit start, but I'm definitely gonna start sharing more shit out. I got my old page back, my chosen one page back rather. So we got more of all of the people. So I'm definitely gonna share this shit out right now. You know, and guess what? If y'all not able to watch it live, man, watch that shit on the rewatch, man. Shout out to y'all watching on the rewatch when y'all watch it, man. Hey, and comment. Y'all have been liking this shit, though. You know what I'm saying? I can't front. The likes been going up, so, and all this shit, y'all, I didn't never really care nothing about, but yeah, nigga do want to grow and get better, and I got a guest lined up that's actually got 1 foot in the industry, 1 foot out the industry, so we'll be able to ask him some questions. I'll let y'all know next week when I schedule it. And then if y'all got anything that y'all want to ask somebody that might be involved in the industry, next week I'll give a little overview of who he is and what he do. And then if you want to formulate some questions, you know what I'm saying, we can. That's what's up, Inu. We already knew, famo. It's the holiday tomorrow, and even if it ain't the holiday, motherfuckers got 3-day weekend. And if you in a close-knit family or even give a fuck about your family a little bit, hey man, that's an excuse to get together, baby. Even if you don't give a fuck about the holiday.
Man, it's not like you gonna be on the grill tomorrow.
Oh man, for sure.
Hell yeah. But that's my opinion.
They tried to get me on that bitch today, but I said no, sir.
Like you said, man, we most definitely have to do more, which is why I try to do the clips. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if them shits to take off, but I tell you what, man, them shits be funny as hell. I be enjoying their ass, you know what I'm saying? I go back just to watch that shit. Like the clip from last week with the gynecological. Man, that shit was so funny.
It's been a long time since I could smoke my own shit, man.
Man, isn't that a wonderful feeling?
Yeah, I'm definitely, what this shit made me say is, hey man, I want a real press. For sure. I definitely do. Which is gonna make me say what, Righteous? Hey man, I gotta give me another Puffco regular size rig. It's all good, Andrew. We already know you're around, fam. Hey man, I hope you enjoying yourself with your family. Here in St. Louis, it's a great ass day. It ain't too hot at all. We got a nice little breeze in this motherfucker. This is one of them days you do want to get out. So, hey man, it's just a pleasure to even have you jump in the chat, nigga. Let's take up some of your time.
Yo, yeah, man. And you know, here's the thing, man.
TTY going on the show too, to where they can just
I'm the type of nigga, bro. And I'm just being honest. If no one watched the show, I would still do the show because I enjoy doing the show. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we still obviously want people to watch the show, but man, I'm not the type of motherfucker to get on here and be like, man, I'm looking for overnight success or just success at all. You know what I'm saying? Success to me is actually being able to actually create the show and have it, you know what I'm saying, on the actual scheduled time. Like, you know, you're going to see us either Sunday. When it was on, what was that, Wednesday? You was going to see us on Wednesday. When it was on Tuesday, you were going to see us on Tuesday. Like, we're going to be here. So, I already know, man, enjoy your holiday or Labor Day or whatever you want to call that shit, man. I hope you have an amazing time with your family. If you just spending time with yourself, I hope
What's
you
up, man?
enjoying
You
time
well?
with yourself. You said, but yeah, man,
Oh.
we already know.
I'm working on putting something together for my patrons that I got. It's gonna be like a care package sort of deal. It might not be no beans, or it might be some beans. I don't even know, but it might be like a care package. D-Line, you know we don't fuck around with the shipping, homie. You know that's the thing, man. Consistency, right? I tell y'all this all the time. It fucks me up how many people before y'all spend money with them. Everybody wants you to spend money with them, and then when you spend money, you don't get no tracker number. You don't know where the fuck the shit at. You gotta ask motherfuckers, hey man, did you send me shit? You know what I mean? So I just try to not do that at all ever. If you order early enough, sometimes you'll get that shit the same day. So like that's what I hang my hat on. Hey man, you gonna get that shit because it's going out the next day. You will see some movement, right? Now we being honest, that's because it's really easy because the post office is like close to me. But even once I move, man,
Man, even if that shit wasn't close,
thing.
even if that shit wasn't close, man, it's a standard. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just ain't no way really around it. It's a standard. Motherfuckers is trying
And it
to live
should
up
be
to
an
it.
industry-wide standard for real. Because in what other industry do you order shit unless it's something that's crowdfunded? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What industry do you order shit and just don't know when you finna get your shit? I don't know. I hope. You know what? Let me call Walmart and see if they actually.
Because you know what I'm saying. Truth be told, man, it's not that there are so many large gaps in people's product anymore. And I'm not even gonna say that it's not, because technically it is. Like, motherfucker had this over here, somebody have that over there. You know what I'm saying? But what's really gonna separate you, man, is how fast you get your shit and the experience. Now, if you have a fucked up growing experience, no one's gonna care that, hey man, I got my shit in 3 days. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you don't want to be waiting 3 weeks and 4 weeks to even see your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit's crazy.
Nah, I want to give them that. Me personally, I want to give them that shit right away, just because I don't want to be holding on to your shit. But that's neither. Plus, man, I feel bad once people give me their hard-earned money. I wish it was a store situation where you gave me the money and got shit instant. Personally, but we do appreciate any business that we do obtain, and hopefully, through our business practices, you can tell that we do
What's
appreciate
up,
it.
Yeah, man, that baseline got a bunch of shit in it, man. You see,
That basically got a bunch.
it do, man. Anybody that I've known, it's really like 2 or 3 Finos in there. There's one that got some, and it's actually my favorite Fino. It got these duck leaves on it, and then it's another one that got broad leaves on it. But yeah, I like the baseline a lot, man. Baseline road, man. It is depending
A lot
on
of people did.
depending on which one you get, man. It want to be smaller. The funky looking duck leaf one, that should be a little bit smaller versus the other one, which I believe is more Wi-Fi leaning.
I wonder what the duck leaf come from.
Me too, because the parents didn't really have it.
No, that's crazy how something excuse me, something could be passed on.
I ain't want to say what I was going to say. I'm going to leave that alone.
Please do.
I'm going to leave that alone. Well, yeah, man, what kind of topics we got today, man?
Well, I am glad that you asked that, because we don't.
Mm.
Ain't no punchline, nigga. We don't. No, I just want.
Next topic.
Now let me ask you a question. What states? I was looking up something online, right? What state do you think has the most cannabis use?
Man, I'm not sure. Maybe Colorado or California, one of them two.
I thought it
California,
would be
Colorado, or Washington.
Well, let's see. Now we're gonna do two things in this article, right? Because it ain't really an article. We just wanna look and see who ranks where. Now this was from 2023, a year ago, actually, October 6, 2023, almost a year ago, right? So almost a year ago, we do know that Texas was number 50, right? What do you think your state ranks, actually? Guys in the chat, no, y'all ain't got to put what state y'all from if y'all want to. But I know Missouri, Alabama was 49, Utah. I know Missouri was like 16th, right? Mississippi, North Dakota. Look at this. Places I fucking forgot about. You know what I'm saying? Wyoming is 31. New Hampshire. But let's go down a little bit. I think we like California is 17. Ain't that crazy? They only 17 and they like lead the league and leading the league. You know what I'm saying? Because when you think weed and you from the United States, I'm gonna be honest. California and weed is synonymous with each other because that was the first one that had that thing going on, right? Illinois is 16. New York is 15. That actually shocked me. Montana, Arizona, 13. New Mexico, Oklahoma, Rhode Island. I don't even know. I ain't see where we was at. Top 10 though. Top 10. Rhode Island, Michigan, Colorado, Nevada, Maine, fucking Maine, Massachusetts, Washington, Alaska, Oregon, and Vermont. Right? Now that was last year. So what about this year, right? You would think that the top 5 would be relatively the same.
Yo, you know how I feel about that shit? I feel like some motherfuckers was like, I ain't doing this fucking survey. Vermont, oh, we don't have anything to do. We'll do the survey.
Yeah.
We'll do it. Gee golly by wow. You know what I'm saying? Like,
now this year, Oregon is number 1, Portland. Colorado is number 2, Vermont is number 3, Maine is number 4, and Alaska is number 5. The top 10 got shook up, but everybody's still in the top 5. They just moved around a lot. You know what I mean? For me, and then looking at the bottom, Texas is still pretty much at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense because they're not really legal there. But I just thought that was I guess not much as a topic, as a point, I guess. I don't know. But I thought that was interesting as shit when I seen it. What's up, Guido? Yeah, everybody is moving out of California. You just missed some shit talking in one topic, Guido. Trying to get caught up on the chair here. Alaska number 5. Hey, it don't seem like it's shit to do in Alaska but smoke weed. That's all you can do in Alaska. All right. We got, what else do we got going on here?
Topic.
You know what, man? Colleges are offering cannabis classes. Now, before we even get into that, how do you even feel about that?
colleges offering cannabis classes. Depends on what they're teaching. What are they teaching about cannabis?
What are they teaching you? What are you teaching us?
Yeah, so I need to know what y'all niggas teaching.
I think the biggest thing for me, which this is actually gonna be like a minute and a half video, so I'm gonna cut the music so we can listen. The thing that stuck out to me with cannabis classes was money grab, right? Because it's not it's not federally legal at this point, so I'm not gonna get a degree in it more than likely because it's not federally legal, which means I'm just gonna get some type of certificate, right? Some type of something that says I participated in this program, right? Now you in school, you know what I'm saying? You take classes and everything like that in college. You know all about accreditation, right? So my thing is, what makes one cannabis class more accredited than the other, right? So and what's to stop me and you from just doing a fucking cannabis class, right? We know somebody at the university at motherfucking John Howard University, or we know somebody at motherfucking Sanford Brown University that's willing to let us teach a cannabis course, right? And they get a certificate. So if we not federally legal yet, and ain't nobody getting no degrees, to me this class is complete bullshit. If I can't really use it for nothing, if I can't take this shit and go to fucking Maine from here, you know what I mean? And if I go to Maine, they like, nigga, what is this? We don't even know Sanford Brown School. Now I wasted my money. So my point is, to me, this shit is just another way for people in the cannabis industry who might have been lifelong growers to use in one aspect, use their lifelong experience, possibly to teach a class. But at the same point in time, we all do this. So we've all said the right thing and we've all said the wrong thing with nothing backing it up, just what we do as in working. So I question who they be having teaching the class myself. I question the cost of the class. I question the validity of the class, right? How valid is it? Can I take this shit somewhere else and go somewhere else? So I thought all them things, man, when I seen this fucking headline before I had even got to even want to think about what the fuck it was. But let's check it out.
This is one for the books. Colleges are offering classes to teach you what you need to know about marijuana.
Yeah, and Darlene, already the state sees about $2 billion from medical marijuana sales. And if recreational marijuana is approved by voters, experts say Florida could see at least $5 billion in sales just the first year. Not Investigate, Shannon Butler has more on how the cannabis college course can plant the seed for potentially lucrative careers.
If you've ever thought of learning how to grow marijuana, there may be no time like the
Look at her.
present.
Wow,
because
that's
the medical
weed.
marijuana industry in Florida is one of the largest in the nation and could soon get even bigger because legalizing recreational marijuana is headed to the ballot in November. And learning about the industry could just help you cash in with cannabis.
Well, there's nearly 450,000 people working in the legal cannabis industry across the country right now. There's over 30,000 people in Florida alone working in the cannabis industry. And what that tells you is that this is a very fast growing sector that has a lot of opportunity to work in a place that people love.
And learning the ins and out of the industry is where Max Simon's cannabis curriculum comes in. The Greenflower cannabis classes will teach you what you need to know, from compliance to the nitty-gritty of growing.
And a water delivery system is nothing more fancy than a pipe with some form of emitter.
Greenflower's program is offered at 60 schools and in 23 states across the U.S. The certificate takes about 6 months and it's all online, including right here at the University of North Florida. The school has just gone from 3 to 4 education classes this year.
Yeah, again, I would say that the cannabis industry is maybe at the bottom of the first inning, and we are about to enter a whole new world. With Florida legalizing, with the federal government rescheduling, with banking coming online, there's a lot of catalysts for exponential growth still yet to come, and it's only going to make this a larger and more successful industry.
In Orlando, Shannon Butler, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Yeah, I thought that was just absolutely crazy. That's in South Florida, So are they even gonna recognize that shit if it leaves Florida? If I go to Georgia, they're gonna be like, "Oh shit, you got this in Florida, cool."
That's a great question.
You have? I didn't even know. I can tell you a little story. One of the dudes that ran one of our cannabis lounges here was also able to teach a class at St. Louis University, right? And he didn't have a degree in nothing. He just knew somebody that was down with the program and had the opportunity to do it. That one dude we seen, that motherfucker looked like he ain't never left the Garden, much less.
Well, here's my question, man. What do you think qualifies somebody to be able to teach how to grow cannabis?
And that would be my question. If you asking me a real answer, first of all, for them, I don't think they got the right answer. For me, it's gonna be somebody like it. To me, it would take somebody that was already growing for at least 4 or 5 years, that had constrained together multiple successful grows, and then from there they went to school to learn about botany or whatever, and they were able to combine that shit after a few years. I'd be comfortable learning from a person like that because they would be able to tell you what botany says, and then they'd be able to tell you, what works for them or how they are able to keep on a schedule. They'll be able to apply it in real world time, because if you can't apply it in real world time, it ain't gonna translate well, to me. So I think it would be a blend of both for a certain amount of time. Now, who should start it? Yeah, probably. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not against them saying, you know what, North California or California in general have been doing this the longest, so we gonna start with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not against that, but don't believe that everybody in California can grow trees, right? And just know that there's more ways than one. There's more than one way to skin a cat. You know what I mean? Just because that motherfucker can grow like that, don't mean everybody grow like that. So, as long as you actually concerned about teaching people how to grow the plant and not concerned about a money grab, I think it'll be okay. I just think part of the problem is it's so much money in anything concerning weed, right? That the intentions become disingenuous, even if they start out genuine. Because once money get added, to me, that's when shit start to go wrong.
Gotcha. Yeah, man. I think that shit is honestly, it's it's one of those questions, man, that it depends on who you're asking, because you could see somebody who may not be a good grower, but they can teach cannabis because they know the foundations and the principles, but their garden could look like absolute shit, right? Or you could have somebody who literally is, having a smaller grow looks fucking amazing, right? They're using a lot of the right principles and techniques. They could do it. Or you could have somebody who, runs fucking facilities. What level, do you want to run?
Bingo.
At what level are you doing outdoor? Should you go to an indoor? Someone who specializes in indoor.
What up, M Web?
Expect. What up? Should you expect to, learn the best practices for outdoor growth? I don't think you will. Not saying that you can't. Should you go ask an outdoor motherfucker, how to grow indoor? Probably not. Not to say that you wouldn't be able to grow. Sure you would, but are you going to get the best knowledge suited for indoor growth?
And you just made me think about something.
Appreciate that, EM Web.
And this comment too. What both of y'all saying, I think that the best way to do that is to bring in somebody that has had success, visible success on every level. Just like to your point to what you said, it's very few people that's gonna be good at growing everything at every different level. Outdoors, large scale; outdoors, small scale; indoors, small scale; indoors, larger scale; indoor facility, facility like that. You know, I think that in a curriculum like that, you really gotta have every level, right? You gotta have every level because
No,
every
I
level.
disagree with you, Piff. I agree with you, Choa, but I disagree with Piff. And the reason why I say the environment isn't just the only difference, you know what I mean? Or the environment is a wide array of conditions. You know what I mean? There is so much that goes into the environment. We're not just talking about temperature, humidity. We're not just talking about light availability during the day, right? We're not just talking about bugs, pests, shit that you can actually insulate yourself from when you're dealing with the indoor grow. You know, and when we're talking about pests, shit, man, it's hundreds of them. Whether it's the worms, the aphids, the spider mites. Then you got to deal with the elements: wind, rain, heat, snow. You know what I'm saying? I don't particularly think I don't measure VPD. You know what I'm saying?
First of all, it is a VPD outdoors. It's just automatic, so you don't measure it because there ain't nothing you can do.
You can do about it.
So like, why fucking measure it? Right?
Yeah,
it is one, and we measure it indoors because we can kind of control it. Fundamentally, I agree with what he said because environment, to what you was just saying, is a wide variety of everything. The part that's funny about the comment is because how a person would read it is only difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that much of a difference, but that environment is a big difference, right? Even though he did say big or little, just the way the shit read is making it seem like only difference is the environment. Like, it ain't nothing. But what I think, to your point, what you were saying, when somebody read this, actually understand what environment is. That is fucking the VPD. That is that in your particular neighborhood you got deer. In my neighborhood I got fucking woodchucks. Knowing how hot shit, like everything outdoor, it really is. That is a difference. Is environment, because outdoors you can't control it. You're at God's mercy outdoors. Indoors you can control everything.
And here's my thing, and I ain't talking no trash. The grow that you have right now, that you're running right now, you said that your outdoor looked as good as that grow that you are doing at this moment.
Well, I ain't gonna hate on nobody not being able to dry cure properly, because in my opinion, here's what happens with that. When you're a newer grower, you're a lot more anxious. So what happens is you think you got your dry and cure down because it's better than what it was, because you're a new grower. Especially if you got people around you that's smoking your product, or if you peddling a little bit here and there, you think you got the dry cure down. And then as your experience develops, you understand, like, damn, I only had that shit 80% right. I could tune in to another fucking 20%. You know what I mean? And then I can really get a major difference in my dry and cure. And those things right there can be why a person that's been growing 15 years can still not properly dry cure, because if he's been growing 15 years and no one has told him that, and his product still sell, or people still smoke his product, what he's gonna tell you is, shit, in 15 years, my shit been cool. Ain't nobody said nothing to me in 15 years, right? So that's why he won't know that he can't properly dry cure right until people start saying, hey man, I can't really fuck with you because your shit is off. It don't taste all the way right. And once enough people start saying that, either if you like me, you'll get better, or if you like a lot of people in this modern day world, you'll fold up and cry and say, oh, you're a hater for telling me some shit I need to hear to get better. You're a hater for doing that. Don't tell me that. Just, you know what? Even if you know how to help me improve, don't even tell me. Just let me think I'm perfect, right? So that's how it is now. But that's why it take a while to nail the dry and cure to me. Like I was,
man, you know that shit be like that all the time online. A nigga grow be fucked up, and everybody in the comments will be like, man, that shit look good. And I know that shit happened to me several fucking times, where I know I had a fucked up grow. Niggas be like, oh man, nice work. No, nigga, it's not nice work. And you're not really there for me.
You're not helping me. You know what I'm saying? You're not helping me because you looking at this shit and you know, damn, that nigga got to look at his knees. He got clawing. Maybe that nigga got a little nitrogen toxicity or something. Maybe it's what you ain't got to. You can tell me without nitpicking me. You know what I'm saying? You can say, hey man, shit look pretty good, but hey, you might have you ever thought about if you got this, that, or the third? You know what I'm saying? So like, it's ways.
If my shit is not it, I want a nigga to be like, man, that shit is not it, nigga.
Garbage.
I don't be mad at him. But now here's the thing, man. It is a way to tell somebody your shit is not it. You know what I'm saying? You just can't be like, man, that's some bullshit. Because ain't nobody gonna listen to you. And that's for people if you're trying to figure out how to give someone advice. I mean, you just can't tell them like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey Guido, that's true. Indoor is affected by outside temps and outside environment. But I was talking if you got enough money, you can really make that shit exactly how you want to, right? So I was looking at it in that type of situation, not like the type of situation where a person like me who would grow in a basement when it rained a lot, well, now I'm affected by that. Let's just say I had my shit together, then my basement would be pressurized and sealed to where it wouldn't matter what it did outside. Just like when I'm upstairs in my regular house, it's not like when it rain outside and I'm fucking cooking, I'm like, oh my god, the humidity's getting thick in here. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that, but it is like that in the basement though. So I mean, I said that under the constraints of if you got enough money, you can fix anything indoors. But the only time you can fix anything outdoors if you got money is to, in effect, make it indoors, meaning build a certain type of greenhouse to basically control the environment inside that little greenhouse. But it's still, that's not outdoors all the way. And that's still putting something inside something to control it. You know what I mean? That's still control. Outdoors, you ain't got no fucking control unless you're going to build something around it that's gonna kind of make it quasi indoors. Because if you got a greenhouse with a fucking concrete floor and fucking roof that retract and shit, man, that shit ain't even outdoors no more. You just using the outdoor sun. Yeah, but that whole statement though, environment, you're right, Bill, but environment is a very, very, very broad statement. Now, for our last topic, right? Fucked you up. I know y'all thought, man, they ain't gonna have no last topic, right?
Next topic.
I got what I would call some a little informational. But first, I'm a grower that goes I can fix my problem as a grower. Yeah, that is true. That happened to me. Well, here's the problem, and then I'm gonna read this. When I was starting out, I didn't know that when I was down, right? Because I was new. I'm talking even when I was 2 years in the growing. It's all on my YouTube page, right? This same page. You can go back and look at that shit. Even 2 years in the growing, even when I was up, I didn't know that I was still down, right? I didn't know that because it looked better than when I was like down. But I didn't know that my up was still really down because it looked better than my down did. And I had people in the comments like, yo, fire, man, that shit look great. And I understand the positive motivation because a lot of that shit did keep me going. But at the same time, I told y'all this too, and y'all heard him. One of the motherfuckers that actually told me shit that sunk in was actually Meech, and that nigga wasn't nice a lot of times when he told me. You know what I'm saying? But it be shit like that that actually helped because I already knew it's not like, oh, you a hater. No, we was in the chat like, you know, a couple times a fucking week, so it ain't like you a hater, but you like, yo, your shit ain't right, nigga. Your shit need to be like A, B, and C. So a lot of times when you tell them motherfucker shit, it actually helps. But I thought this might be helpful information to everybody. This only gonna be about, you know, a 1 or 2 minute read, maybe. You know what I'm saying? And it's Cannabis Trademarks 101: How to secure your brand according to the legal experts, right? Which this shit is interesting. I kind of wonder. I don't give a fuck. I kind of wonder because I think people confuse a lot of times brand, weed, and breeder all get mixed up as a brand. And sometimes that could be 3 people, sometimes that could be 1 person. It just depends. Let me clear my throat, as the song say. As the cannabis industry grows and matures, securing trademarks becomes pivotal for brand recognition and protection. Yet the process remains ensnared by legal intricacies. A recent episode of Dikema Gossip PLLC's Higher Law podcast, hosted by John Fraser, delved into this critical issue with trademark expert Jennifer Fraser. And here are the key insights for cannabis entrepreneurs. Trademark registration is no walk in the park, especially in any industry grappling with federal illegality. Jennifer Fraser, leader of Dikema's Trademark and Copyright Group, emphasized the importance of trademarks as they guide consumer purchases and help businesses distinguish themselves in a competitive market. Trademarks tell us what we're buying, illustrating their dual significance to both business and consumers. For cannabis companies, the journey begins with a meticulous name selection and a rigorous clearance process. Okay. See, that's why I was reading this, because it ain't really a clearance process, because when I name something, I don't clear it with nobody. I guess if it got big enough, I would have to clear it because it's levels to everything. So she may be talking about on the biggest level. Anyways, Jennifer detailed that trademark rights in the U.S. are not solely predicated on registration, but on actual use in commerce, making the initial search at both federal and state levels crucial to identify potential conflicts. Furthermore, another challenge is the public's association with well-known trademarks. Jennifer warned against using famous brands or characters, even humorously, as this can lead to accusations of dilution or tarnishment, potentially dragging businesses into costly legal disputes. Therefore, it is crucial to select trademarks that are not only legally defensible and free of confusion, but also align with the business's values and target audience. A central challenge in the cannabis space is the federal legality, or illegality rather, of marijuana, which prohibits federal registration of cannabis-related trademarks. I'm gonna read that again for y'all. A central challenge in the cannabis space is the federal illegality of marijuana, which prohibits federal registration of cannabis-related trademarks. So, if it's prohibited on a federal level, how is it even possible to even get it on a federal level? Period. How can I trademark something that's not possible on a federal level? However, Jennifer pointed out strategies to circumvent this barrier. While direct registration of cannabis products isn't feasible, ancillary items like clothing or lawful hemp products offer a backdoor for federal protection. These products can be federally registered, providing a shield, albeit limited, to a cannabis brand in the national market, i.e., cookies or runts or whatever.
So what it
Moreover-
sound like they saying is, hey man, create a clothing company to trademark your shit, so that way you can have limited use protections, and then associate that trademark with cannabis, which isn't federally legal, therefore involving yourself in a potential RICO. Even though they're not doing that right now, but you could be submitting yourself or subjecting yourself to the punishment of the government. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, that's very true. That's pretty much exactly, really, if we was to sum it up, what the article said, for those of you that weren't listening, or I fucked up too much reading, or you have an attention problem, that's pretty much what the article was saying. Hey man, get something else that's legal and associate that with your cannabis brand, at least, like you said, so nobody else can use it. Moreover, state level registration emerges as a more viable option, especially in states with legalized cannabis sales. These registrations can protect the brand directly associated with cannabis products. Jennifer also highlighted the importance of continuous reassessment of brand strategy as businesses expand into new states, offering potential licensing opportunities. By the way, this insightful dialogue from the Higher Law Podcast provides a valuable roadmap for cannabis entrepreneurs navigating the complex terrain of trademark registration, offering strategies to develop and protect their brands effectively in a dynamic and often uncertain market landscape. So you can check this Higher Law Podcast out, and they can probably help you more. I like this article. We'll give it a thumbs up. They can probably, that was the end anyway, they can probably go in depth with it a little more.
Look, man, two things. One, man, I think we got time for one more topic, man. If you would like to broach that topic. But one of the things that I wanted to say is where the real thing is going to be at.
Topic.
All right,
Hold up. No, this ain't having nothing to do with it. There's a whole nother topic in the back chat or in the inbox. But what I was just trying to say about that, more than anything else, is that where the real money is going to be at is the niggas who can copyright the actual DNA of the cannabis strains, because that's what niggas are really going to be pushing for. And to tell you some real ass shit, there are people, right? If you're smart enough, you can literally just say, you know, this cross time this cross, submit it, you know what I'm saying, and own it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not even have put in no work, not even have made even a cross. It could just be your intellectual property, something that you've written down on paper. So let's just use a strain, for instance. Let's just use Baseline Road. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say it was somebody who went out there and trademarked Wi-Fi OG times modified banana times all the shit that's in there. They went and trademarked it. They could literally come after me and say, hey, that's my strain legally because I trademarked it. So I think that's one of the other reasons why people have been fearful. And I'm not saying it's a good reason or an excuse, but I think that's one of the reasons why people have been fearful to actually submit what they actual cross is. Or niggas try to hide their shit, because it's coming, man, one day. Best and believe. Motherfuckers was already trying to do the shit years ago, but they was having difficult. So now you got people like this particular article giving you back doors on how to actually do it, you know?
Yes.
Man, something going on in your state, man. It looks like the Missouri hemp industry filed a lawsuit to block the governor's ban on THC foods and drinks.
What?
Now I know you whip up your own little foods and drinks for yourself, but man, how do you feel about this?
It don't bother me much because a lot of times when shit like this happen in Missouri, it affects St. Louis, but not affect St. Louis, because they tend to like enforce certain shit more like out there, right?
Huh? It affects St. Louis, but it doesn't affect St. Louis because they tend to enforce more shit out there. What?
Yeah, out there like Cole County Circuit Court, right? That's somewhere in fucking the country part of Missouri, which is not here. Like they're talking about all of Missouri, right? So there's some bigger shit. So like, as of right now, if I wanted a hemp, THC food and drink, other than a dispensary, I'm gonna probably go to somebody that got their own little brand. So we don't have like bodegas or corner stores that got foods and drinks, right? So like, okay, the only thing that would affect on a major level is like the dispensary. So I look at this shit like some big time like dispensary shit, because we don't have any. It's either big time or nothing technically. You know what I mean? I know some states got like little stores where you can go. Like I know in New York they got like makeshifts like dispensaries, and we don't got that type of shit here. So like this shit here, this Missouri hemp industry files lawsuit shit, that's some shit that ain't really gonna like affect me like that. Is all I was trying to say. Right? Because in the city, whoever got their brand making drinks or whatever it is, they still gonna have their brand making drinks. Further out you go in the country, you ain't really got a lot of people. It ain't as many options, so you may have to go to the dispensary or whatever. So that's why I said it affect them more than it affect us. And
well, this was what I thought about. This is what I thought about.
What you talking about?
You know, Missouri is known, especially when we're talking about drinking. You got shit like Anheuser-Busch. You know what I'm saying? So what it made me think about is who is the motherfuckers who actually are probably against this. I'm sure Anheuser has been formulating, cooking something up for a minute over there. And them niggas probably gonna crush the market in some kind of way. Beer mixed with cannabis. Bannabis. You know what I'm saying? That shit gonna be called Bannabis.
I think they got that type of shit in some states already.
That's true, but not from Anheuser-Busch.
That's true.
So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's a lot of people who, it's more than just the hemp industry. Where did the hemp industry get the money from? Yeah, them niggas probably loaded. So them niggas probably went around and was like, hey, Coca-Cola, this ain't gonna be good for what you got. You know, Anheuser, this ain't gonna be good for what you got. Give me some money. So that way we can go out here and we can try to get this shit overturned. You know what I mean?
Money play.
Yeah, that's what that shit made me think about, man.
That's a pretty girthy read. This is a pretty girthy read.
Man, I thought the headline was more titillizing than anything else. Sensational. You know.
Yeah, and a lot of this stuff, it look like it's some. You know, we having an election for our governor and shit too. So a lot of this shit is wrapped up into that too, I believe. Doggy style pants. Look, you can tell that's fake. That ain't even a real person. That's just that's just invisible 3D cutout. That's hella funny. Them pants didn't even look real. Nah, this is a election thing going on, so I think this might just be another ploy for some shit like that. In Connecticut, we can infuse beer. I sell weed to the owner of the liquor store around the corner. Yeah, see, our liquor stores ain't selling weed. They can't even. All our THC products gotta be from the dispensary. You know what I mean? So we don't even got that. Or if we do, it's some on the low. It's some on the low shit. If we do got that, and I just don't know about it. Because there are plenty of things in St. Louis that I do not know about. Plenty. Your boy ain't out here on the scene like that. Your boy be at work. You know what I'm saying? It's open market there. That's pretty dope. Impressions of the CC so far. It definitely is strong. It don't taste like yours. It's not quite as sweet as yours was. It's actually got a little bit of slate earth somewhere up in there. Slate. Not quite as sweet, but I did enjoy growing it. I do like the structure of it. Pretty frosty. The lights don't do it any justice, obviously. That's why I hate when people try to show shit on TV and I ain't got the proper camera, which I don't have, to actually insinuate what it actually is. So it look way better than what you actually see, because we in like 720p and being, you know, all kind of shit. Ain't got the proper lights, all kind of shit, right? But it came out pretty frosty, not super frosty. It was respectable, but hey, the nug size was pretty big, very solid. Pleasure to grow. I do like the taste. The high seems to be long lasting. I'm sure if I went back and watched the show, we could see like, oh, that shit's starting to hit them right there. I'm pretty sure we could see that, but
I mean, shit, you was dabbing too, so, but shit, man, I appreciate that review. You know, one thing I will say, and this is,
what's
you know,
up, my
not,
pals, bro?
This shit right here is not, you know, like bashing or anything like that, but it's just curiosity. I know you said you had some heat issues. I wonder if that did anything to the terp profile. Maybe it would have been sweeter. So, like, I know you'll probably run it again, but I'd be very interested to see what the taste profile is when you run it again.
When this shit that's in week 6 comes out, so basically in another month, I'm gonna rerun 5 of them. It'll be 5 of them in the 4x4. Actually, I might have enough to monocrop it. But if I don't, it'll be at least, if I do 6, it'll be at least 3 of them and 3 of something else. Because I want to see how it grow when I get a chance to bush it out. Because I saw it, I thought, I was reading this comment. Yeah, that iPhone. Hey, man, that iPhone, I'm going to tell you, if it's any phone that make me want to buy it for the fucking camera and the shit it do, it's that goddamn Google Pixel. That motherfucker, dog, the shit that the AI built, man, if every phone can do that, hey, man, they need to start marketing every phone like that, because they be making that shit. You get the nigga threw his son in there, and you hit the pitch and scooted his ass up, and man, they one person took one picture and then stood next to some shit that wasn't there, and they put them man, that shit was hard.
You can do that shit on pretty much most of the high-end phones. And the thing about Android is it's owned by Google, so they do keep some of the shit for their phone, but a lot of that shit will end up rolling out in all of the other phones at some particular point in time.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
As long as it's an Android, you know what I'm saying? A higher end Android. But like
Oh.
even like the new mid range Androids is pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Because them shits is pretty much, you know, like last year or 2 years ago high end model. You know, they take a lot of shit out of there and put it into the mid grade phones or the low phones and shit like that.
Mm-hmm. I think that big ass African spear.
Oh man, that shit was tall and just one thing.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do something about that. That's when it's mini split time, or you gotta get a portable AC or something. You're gonna have to do something about that. You can't.
Window unit.
Yeah, you can't. You can't do that. But no, if we judging by that, I would say it's pretty heat resistant. Actually, the structure didn't lose no integrity. You know how shit foxtail from being warm or hot. None of that on this plant. I don't
Hey,
think.
Piff, I know what phone you got. Go to portrait video. Try portrait video and see how you like that instead of regular video. My bad, Chowa. What you were saying though?
Nah, if I would say it's heat resistant. Actually, I would say the structure that it had, it maintained its integrity. I don't think that I don't think that if the temperature was any different, that the terps would have been any different personally. But there's no way for me to tell.
Well, the reason why I asked that is because when you look at like terps, you know what I'm saying, and taste, the one thing that is most volatile to it outside of storage is going to be heat, because you know that degrades taste. So that's the reason why I was asking. Now I know you said, "Hey man, it probably won't be," but I'd be interested just to see. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you grew it personally.
I mean, yeah, because in order for me to have a test like that, I would have to actually see what the temperature was of the starting point of the original thing that I had versus the temperature that I ran, and then run a control or try to keep the whatever I think the optimal shit would be, which I could do. I think towards the end, shit was just tall and close to the light, but never that plant though, right? Because that plant was always it never got right up underneath the light like some of them other plants got. Man, some of them other plants took a fucking beating. They took all that 700 watts of light they could handle, nigga, for real. But never really the CC, because I didn't put it. It was like 3 plants I never put directly under any of them lights that stayed in the corner. And oddly enough, those 3 was the only 3 that didn't like foxtail at all. So, but overall, I was very happy with the harvest. You know, overall, I was very happy. I'd take it. What I would rate it would probably be like a B, solid B. If teacher was graving on the curve, I would say B plus. You know what I'm saying? Solid B though. Yeah, my style. I got a specific room in my house, right? Because I use that's something I started doing that was new, right? As of like maybe, I don't know, maybe a year ago. But I got a specific whole room that I got, and this room actually get colder. It's the coldest room in my house. Well ventilated, right? It's got 2 vents, so I can actually control the whole room with the thermostat, right? So I can actually get it pretty close to 60. My electric bill already high enough, so I don't really want to turn my air all the way down, because if I made that room 60, it would be like probably 67 in the rest of the house. So I don't need it that cold. So my drive probably be around 65, 66, somewhere around there, temperature wise. Humidity would be on point. We'd be right there, spot on. Spot the buck on.
Still waiting.
I forgot what I was even saying. Yeah, but back to that. Yeah, this shit's pretty good though. I like it. The people that smoked it really liked it too. I didn't have a whole lot of it because I only had one plant of it. You know what I mean? It yielded pretty decent. The 1 gallon pot, over an ounce and a half. You know what I'm saying? Just barely over an ounce and a half. But I feel like that's amazing and for what it was in and what I was doing. Like I said, I'll grow it again. I cloned it a lot. I'm gonna grow 4 or 5 more of them motherfuckers at least.
Cannon Bros podcast video of Chosen's R170.
Yeah, I seen that.
How it was looking, man?
Given everything, it looked pretty good. One thing that I learned that I learned from growing, right? And I still have a problem with this. Patience in every part of it will take you a long way. So like, I understand some situations you may have a 2x2 by, you know, 4 maybe. So you may want to be tempted to flower your plant when it's like fucking 6 inches or some shit like that, right? But at the same time, the patient person, as it grows, it trains it out wide or wider, right? To maximize that, right? And man, sometimes people just I'm gonna flower this plant when it's like 9 inches tall, and that's fine. It's their thing to do whatever they want. But what I found out, because I was just like that, my guy. Again, it's all documented on YouTube, guys. Y'all can go back and look at that shit anytime. Having motherfucking flowering like 30 fucking plants in a 2x4 by 4, right? So like I get it, but you don't get I did see that. What I was gonna say is you don't get a accurate representation of whatever it is you're growing unless it gets mature. And unfortunately, maturity, as with any age, comes with growth and height. So a lot of times when you flipping quick, unless it's an actual old clone, and then we can probably delve into that at some point, but unless it's an old clone, it's going to be an immature plant or not as mature as it would have been if it was allowed to get bigger and taller. So
with that statement, are you saying the Sea Green doesn't work?
No.
Or that it's not as potent as running larger plants?
No, what I'm saying is the expression, if you did a Sea Green from seed, and I grew these plants tall from seed, I'm saying the expression would be different because the more mature plant will have a more defined expression of whatever the smaller plant had. I feel like it would be more defined. Meaning, if it was, now I can't speak to potency because I don't know, but I do think that because I'm one of them kind of guys that feel like, the genetics are the genetics. It is what it is. Even if I grow it fucked up and it's good genetics, it should hit on some reasonable of a level, right? Because they are genetics, right? Of any kind. I ain't talking about mine, just anything. So I kind of feel like it is what it is. So far as potency go, I can't really speak to how the potency will go. I feel like that will come into play if you ran it longer actual weeks in flower. But I feel like the expression of the bud itself would be different in some way. It might produce a knobbier structure. If it's bigger, it might have a different smell and when I say bigger, it don't necessarily have to be bigger. It could just be bigger in terms of wider because you took the tall plant that matured and bent it over and made it wider. So it still had as much age on it as the tall plant. You just bent it over and made it wider. I just think it would express itself differently because of the age. Just like, to me, and it's the way I think about it, just like anything else in nature, no one's the same at you know what I'm saying? We all express shit differently, or when we get older we think different and all that other shit. So once we get a certain age, we are how we are, right? And I feel like it's the same way with a plant. Once they get a certain age, it is how it is. The fuck is that about?
Ain't no telling. But yeah, man. Man. What was your review of your rosin, man, that you made, man? It was looking really nice and light over there. How was it?
With the as far as using the What
Mm-mm.
that was about the
Just the
rosin was
end
pretty good.
product. That's what I wanted to know.
The
Yeah, the
rosin was
end
pretty
product.
good. It ain't. See, when I go to the dispensary, I smoke hash rosin, as you know, because it ain't no our dispensaries don't sell flower rosin. So this was
You mean
all
resin?
resin
Y'all got
or rosin.
Y'all got rosin. Y'all got rosin.
Fuck yeah, we got
Nice.
rosin, we got diamonds, we got everything. But that was like some years ago. Like that was some years ago when we didn't have that shit. I remember when we didn't, but it ain't no such thing. We never had flower rosin, right? And I know why, right? Because again, if you charging something for and you starting with hash, you already starting with the extract itself in itself most of the times. So it's gonna be stronger. And if you're charging this, what the fuck is somebody gonna pay for flower rosin? At that point, it will become pointless for them to sell it and probably not even worth their time. But me personally, I actually love flower rosin because I feel like you get a more full spectrum, right? It ain't as strong as the hash rosin, but I like the spectrum, the full spectrum of it a lot better. I feel like I like the flavor a lot better. What some might say, that's that's got a dirty taste, but to me, it's like honestly, flower rosin is the closest thing I can get to like a liquid joint. You know what I'm saying? Because it gives me all the spectrums that a joint would give me, um, to a certain degree. It don't have many. It's got probably plant molecules on a molecular level, but again, it's the closest full body experience I can get to juicing a joint. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I actually enjoyed pressing on a real press. It actually tasted great, comparatively to the exact same strain that smoked it. So I got an opportunity to see what it's like if you smoke something and then press it, and then smoke it again to see how the flavor variance, or how certain flavors get accentuated rather, because you have extracted the terpenes in terms of by themselves instead of just having a plant material with it. I mean, so I enjoyed it. It was very tasty, and as always, when you sent me some of what you had done with the 5-star hash, right? 5-star with the whole 9 freeze dry shit looked dope. I still was like, bro, shit dope, but I still prefer flower rosin. So, and even to the shit that I get in dispensary, I prefer this taste way better. But the high is more powerful than we know with the hash rosin or even a resin. You know what I'm saying? What do
So
you
you think
think it
that
mean when a plant starts eating itself bottom up? You know what? I'm gonna do some more research because I had some I want to talk about, like when your leaves brown off and it look like the plant dying, but I know that's not what you're talking about. But what would you say to that?
to me that shit mean a couple different things. I mean, you could either have some kind of pest down there, not probably likely, but it could be. The second thing that I think is more likely is you need to raise your feeding a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because the plant is eating itself. In the first place, it's going to start eating itself from the bottom up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I would say, did you notice? First of all, everything that you said, I agree. But to add to that, it was a couple more things that I would ask before I would say the same thing he said. I would say, with it eating its bottom leaves up, have any of the leaves become lighter in color? Like, I know it's eating up the bottom leaves, but is anything or the other leaves lighter? Like looking like, yeah, it wasn't this dark yesterday. This motherfucker looked like G.I. Joe green yesterday. Now it look like Sprite today. No, but I'm saying, were the leaves actually, when you noticed that it was eating the bottom leaves, did you happen to notice if the leaves that it wasn't eating, did you notice if they were actually still the same color green, because that would be one way to definitely tell if you need to feed more. If you notice the leaves got a little lighter, right? Your pH and everything is on point, so you probably not gonna have any type of spots, anything like that. But if your leaves got a lighter green than they used to be, then that could mean hunger. Now, the second thing that I would say is, hey, are those leaves that are browning up at the bottom, are they getting any light? Because they might not be getting light, right? So I don't know, like,
That was
exactly
the third thing I was gonna say.
how bottom is the bottom. Yeah, if they're yellowing out the bottom, they might not be getting any light at the bottom. I would have to throw it in the chat, and I would have to see to get it accurate. But just asking me, that's what I would point to what Righteous said. And then, what up, Buzz in the basement?
What up? What up?
Oh man, sorry to see the big homie take the L on the Garden when he came back. You know what I'm saying? But I know he gonna bounce back, cause I see you boys over there put in work. Yeah, no light at all. That's one of the things that'll happen. If it ain't getting no light like that, just cut that motherfucker off, bro. Don't even, cause it's just doing nothing. It's just gonna do two things. It's gonna take away food from the rest of the plant, and it's gonna cause you to try to diagnose a problem that's not there, because you be like, damn, oh, it wasn't getting no light. I ain't think about that, right? Because we looking for other shit. So if it ain't getting no light, cut that motherfucker off, because it's not gonna produce nothing. I mean, unless you gonna use the larf, man, for edibles or something like that, but it ain't gonna even make it. At that rate, it ain't gonna even make it to whatever it is you're trying to use. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna make it. So, hey man, like the stream, man. Share this shit out. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get more people in so we can just be bigger, and somebody besides Sci-Fi can win giveaways, man. When I give them, you know what I'm saying? We got to get more people. We got to get more people in this bitch, because he gonna win again. We need a bigger pool. So I'll eventually start giving shit away again. Hey, I will say this. In a couple months, I'm going to embark on my next breeding adventure, and I have not figured out if it's going to be regular or feminized yet. If I was thinking about the money, it would be feminized. If I was thinking about the money. Because guess what? Most of the regular seeds that I made, every strain that I got that's regular, will God damn, 6 minutes, 3:30 right now. It's 3:30. You know what? You niggas gotta do a marathon stream right now, Righteous. I don't care about your daughter. You just better not go anywhere for the next 3 fucking hours. You sit right there in that dark room. Right fucking
Not gonna happen, pal.
You sit right there.
Nigga, I'm lucky to be awake.
I did.
I definitely want to go to sleep, but one thing about it,
what?
I'm in a good place. So if I don't smoke no more, I'll be all right. But if I have me some of this
something else I pressed.
Mega Pearl.
That's something a little different than the other one. I didn't mix this one up though. The other one I kind of mixed up. This one I used your little trick too. I probably burned it though. I put it on the little hot plate to let it but I was supposed to whip it, but I didn't. The other one I did. So
nice.
But
yeah, man, it's been a great show. Man, I appreciate the crowd participation. We appreciate y'all, Stone and Streaming family. Hope y'all have an amazing Labor Day. Man, hit up FYGspray.com. Hit up chosenschoice.net. Got some great deals.
Party. Yeah, you niggas should have showed up. Everybody should have showed up earlier, man. You know, this dude only got an hour, man. I'm gonna do my best, and I'm probably gonna I apologize for the last 2 Tuesdays, but I'm probably, I got some shit to show y'all anyway. I'm probably gonna make sure I'm on this Tuesday at least the best of my ability, for sure, as long as don't nothing else, which shouldn't come up. Sci-fi came out like, yeah. Y'all know he only got an hour, so we gotta get here on time if we wanna. I just want a big, robust chat. You know what I'm saying? So we can just take questions from the chat and shit like that. Like, that was cool. Motherfuckers asking questions that we answer. But I know you got some shit to do. We all got places to be. We all got a family to be with, right? Even if that family is plants. You know what I'm saying? We all got, man, safe travels, homie. Safe travels.
Safe.
Hey, man, we from the same pond, man. I already know you be moving around doing a lot of shit. Now that I got my old Instagram back, I can definitely start checking out the same shit that I used to. But, yeah, bro. Y'all could have been anywhere. Y'all chose to be here. Y'all showed up late as fuck, but y'all still showed up. So that's all we can ask is that y'all show up.
Stop bashing the people, man. and while you're doing that, man, do me a favor. I need you to go up there looking at that coat closet, man, and get my motherfucking umbrella, nigga.
Brain. Every time you see the boy, got a brand new strength. And the shit so Waco. Flame. Put your ass in a ditch. Saddam El Hussein. Two things that a nigga know. Pot of beans, let the shit grow. Green like that mean go. That mean go. Two things that a nigga know. Pot of beans, let the shit grow. Green like that mean go. That mean go. That mango. Beat the game. Cheddar lingo. Nigga, how far would a green take you? As far as you go. That mango. Beat the game. Cheddar lingo. Nigga, how far would a green take you? As far as you go. It ain't no game. All of these niggas, they looking for game. Lining they pockets, they flooding they pockets, they lining they pockets with all of this change. Shit ain't no game. All of these niggas, they do it for game. But one thing won't change, it will remain the same. None of these niggas will ever reign. All these hundreds in this bitch is gone. Tommy gun, honey bun, it's gone. Hope you brought your umbrella, it's gone. And we gon' cause it's gon' all these hundreds in this bitch is gon' Tommy gun, honey bun, it's gon' hope you brought your umbrella, it's gon' and we gon' cause it's gon' all these hundreds in this bitch is gon' Tommy gun, honey bun, it's gon' hope you brought your umbrella, it's gon' and we gon' cause it's gon'